swelling, headache or a rash, asthma, colitis, fatigue, or gas. What will today's symptom be? My loopy life with lupus. Alright guys, so I just finished my lunch, and before I start giving you some updates, my left eyelid has been like twitching the last few days on and off. Do you guys ever have that, like where you get like, it's like a little muscle spasm in your eyelid? Oh, I hate that so much. It just started on Saturday, and I had it like a little bit Saturday evening, and then it was gone, and then it came back again like yesterday afternoon for a bit, and now it's back again. Anyways, so last week actually was a pretty good week for me. Like I said, I didn't take my dose of methotrexate that week that I was so sick. I didn't take my dose that week. And so the nausea, I think, finally went away by, I think it was like Monday evening or like early Tuesday morning. And so that was really good. And I didn't feel any grogginess. It was so nice to have that weekend with no feeling groggy, tired, doped up, whatever you want to call it. And even like on Monday and Tuesday, I didn't feel it. Like I actually had energy. And it was really nice. Like I had so much fun taking Margaret to music class on the Tuesday because like I actually had energy, and it wasn't like a huge effort to like get through everything. And so I was just feeling great, and the weather, it was still kind of cold, but it was sunny, and I was just like feeling awesome. And so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, my days off, I felt amazing. I woke up, you know, I still feel a little bit tired when I wake up in the morning because I still don't get perfect sleep, but it was such a difference. Like once I got myself up, like it didn't take long for me to feel like I had energy, and I actually felt somewhat refreshed, which is like a new feeling for me. And so I just enjoyed those 3 days. I just got stuff done that I couldn't get done the week before because I was so sick. And I was like checking off my to-do list and getting everything done, and it felt so awesome that I was actually able to do just about everything. And by the end of the night, I still like didn't feel completely exhausted. It was really nice. So then Friday night came, and of course the doctor had recommended lowering my dose. So instead of 6 pills, 4 pills of methotrexate. And I was just like dreading it, and I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. So I took my methotrexate on Friday night, the 4 pills instead of 6. And I found I was groggy this weekend. But it was like delayed even more than usual. Like usually it hits me Saturday afternoon, but it didn't hit until Saturday night. So I was like watching, I think I was watching either a movie or a TV show or something with Alex, and I started to feel like, whoa, like it was hard to keep my eyes open. And so I was like, oh great, here we go. And so yesterday the grogginess was there too, and it's still there a bit today. However, so far, knock on wood, no nausea. So, if I can get by without the nausea, I mean, the grogginess, it sucks, but I can deal with it pretty well. And it should be gone by tomorrow. So, so that's what's happening with that. My jaw. My jaw has still been bothering me a lot. Last night was really bad. I don't know what was going on, but it was like so sore to the point that I was actually having a little bit of trouble like opening my mouth, and it felt like it was popping or something, and that was bizarre. And then same as like that day that I went to the walk-in clinic, on the way home, I got like a little snack to eat. And as I was chewing it, I was hearing like clicking sounds in my jaw, which I rarely ever hear. So, I mean, it's bad. And I still have not heard from either the rheumatologist or the myofascial surgeon about what we're going to do about this. I'm frustrated because I was under the impression that, you know, I was going with the surgeon's recommendation of the cortisone shots in the jaw. But then when I saw my rheumatologist and he learned about all of it, well, then they're like, well, we want to consult with that doctor before we go ahead with the injections to make sure that it is the right course of action. And so it's been over a week since I received confirmation from my rheumatologist that they had faxed for a consult, and my jaw surgeon's secretary had said that it can take a couple days to process, and that I should hear something within the week. Well, the week has gone by now, and we're into a new week now, and I still haven't heard anything. So now I'm frustrated because not only had I been waiting all this time, like since January, for the actual appointment for the procedure, but now I don't even know if we're still going ahead with that procedure or if we're going a different route, because neither doctor has contacted me about what they decided when they talked, or if they have even talked yet. So I'm going to be making some phone calls while Margaret's sleeping. I am going to be calling both doctors to try and see if they spoke to one another, and then if they did, what is the decision? And hopefully it'll still be that the decision is to have the procedure done, but then it's a matter of like, when will the procedure be done? Because I've been waiting since January for the appointment. And a couple weeks ago when I talked to the secretary, she said that the dentistry only gets a certain amount of time per month in the OR. And so it can take some time to get an appointment. But I'm thinking, like, we're heading into April now. I called it the end of January to book it. Like, we should have some knowledge of how much longer of a wait it's going to be. So I'm going to be getting on top of that, because I'm just like, if we could get the jaw pain taken care of, I would be a lot better. So anyway, so that's what happened with that. And then let me tell you about my weekend mattress. Because we should have had that when we bought it a year ago, but we didn't. So we figured it was time that we get one. And so his dad's really handy, and he managed to put in a beam for us, our support thing. And then while he was there, he fixed my doll bunk bed for me, because when we went to move it out of the room, it caved in again. The top bunk always caves in because part of the thing, like it's loose, and so it twists in, and then the board that goes in between the two sides of the bunk bed just caves in. It's hard to explain unless you see it. But anyways, he fixed it for me. He tightened it. He put some extra nails for extra support. And so Haley's little bunk bed that she sleeps on is all nice and fixed up. So that was cool. We got to vacuum under the bed like really well, which we hadn't done in a while. So that was good. Yeah, so just basically got some stuff done on Saturdays, just chores and errands and stuff. Yesterday, we went to Oshawa, and I was going to vlog it, and then, I don't know, it just turned out to be a crazy day, and I didn't even think of doing it. But first off, I had a job interview yesterday at noon. Family contacted me. They saw my profile on a nanny website, and it's a shame. I don't think it is a match for me, and it's a shame because it's close to my house. I mean, literally it would probably be like a 15-minute commute versus the 1 hour, sometimes over an hour commute that I usually have to these nanny jobs. So it would have been so nice to be close to home. But once I got in the interview and they explained more of what they were looking for, I really knew it just was not going to work for me. It was just not going to be a fit. They live in an apartment building on the 11th floor. They have 2 children, a 22-month-old and a 6-year-old. And basically, they mostly seem to have been wanting someone to help with house cleaning and stuff, and that's just not for me. For one thing, I have to really pace myself when it comes to cleaning tasks because they really wear me out. And so even like when I do cleaning at home, I try not to do any more than 1 cleaning task a day. Like, you know, okay, today I'm gonna dust, today the next day well, Alex usually vacuums now, but sometimes I'll vacuum. Or like, okay, today I'm going to clean the kitchen, but I won't do any other cleaning task, just that one thing. And so they were wanting me to go to their apartment for 3, clean from 3 till 3:30, go and pick up the oldest child from their bus stop, like the school bus dropping them off, which is like a 7-minute walk from the apartment, pick them up and walk with them up the road, which would probably be a good, I don't know, maybe like a 10-minute walk or so, maybe even 15 minutes, pick up the other child from daycare, walk back with them to the apartment, get dinner ready for them, and then do more cleaning. The parents would be home around 5:30 and stuff like that. And so, yeah. And the father had like a bit of a disability. Like, he was on crutches because I think he said he had polio as a child. And I have, like, since I have chronic illness, I can totally relate and sympathize with that, and, you know, vice versa usually. But he was saying that sometimes he might need assistance in the bathroom, and I just was not really comfortable with that, because it's like, I just wasn't comfortable with that. And also, what else was it? Like, one of the things that I would have to do is laundry, and that means lugging the laundry all the way down to the basement to where the laundry room was, because of course in an apartment building, you don't really tend to have a washer and dryer in your home. The other thing was that they might be moving, but they're not sure where they'd be moving to. And so they said they would try to be moving within the area, but they don't know. And so I was thinking, okay, like, what if all of a sudden they move somewhere kind of far and it's hard for me to get there? The other thing is that they would need me to be there from, I think it was like 8 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night on PA days and throughout summer vacation, which is just way too many. That that's brutal. I remember when I used to take care of Kyle and I had to do the summer, the 2 months of 10.5 hours a day. And that was just one child, and that was hard. So to have two and the cleaning and 11 hours, I don't think so. And so yeah, just I don't think it was a fit, and it just, I don't know. And I was actually very honest with them. I was straightforward, and I told them about my lupus and everything. And of course, the father, could understand. And, I explained that it's not that I can't clean or do these kinds of things, but I can't be like doing more than one cleaning task a day, because then I will just be done in for, So like, that's the thing. Like, I've been really lucky in that pretty much all of the nanny jobs that I've had have either had no cleaning, no laundry, just straight taking care of the child, or it would have been like do laundry twice a week and only the child's laundry. And of course, they were all in houses, so the laundry was right there. And maybe just like loading and unloading the dishwasher and just like tidying up toys. That's pretty much the majority of what I would ever have to do at nanny jobs. So that's what I'm hoping to find again, because it's so much better for me health-wise. And I like to spend time with the kids. Like, that's what I went to school for. I went to college to be an early childhood educator. And so for me, I want to be able to utilize what I learned in college and plan those activities and have fun with the child and spend time with the child. I don't want to be spending most of my time cleaning. Like, it almost sounded like this shift would be maybe like an hour to 2 hours with the kids max. And it wouldn't even really, I don't even know if there would really be time to do fun activities with them, because it would just be picking them up, walking home, giving them food, and that's about it, So I was like, this just doesn't sound like something that would be fulfilling to me, where I feel like I'm making a difference in the child's life like I usually, do. I like teach them things and, do all these fun activities and stuff. So yeah, so before I went to the interview, I just said to God, I was like, God, you will let me know. You will let me know whether this job is right for me. And he most certainly did tell me, this is not the job for you, Krystle. So yeah, so that's it's okay. I mean, tomorrow's my last day of work here, but I'm not worried. I should be able to collect EI again. But I probably only have 3 months left that I can claim. So it's a little bit more stressful this time, because I know that I basically need to find a job within 3 months, which I think I can probably do. That's the thing that I've learned, is that God is really there for me, and he really does provide. From the time Alex and I moved in together, like a year before we got married, like, we've gone through so much. Like, both of us have lost jobs, me mostly. I mean, because nanny jobs are not permanent, obviously. So, and also like families, their situations can change in the blink of an eye, like we see here. Like, if they lose their job and they can't afford me, then that's what happens. Or things like that. Just situations change with the families. And so nanny jobs are not forever. And so I have found myself in the position of having to look for a new job a lot since like 2009. So, and the first few times that I lost jobs, I panicked and was worried and was scared that oh my gosh, what if I don't find anything? And how are we going to afford stuff? And just worrying about money and everything. But somehow, some way, everything has always worked out just fine. We have never had to worry in terms of money. We don't even have any debt to pay off, which is amazing. And that's a big help. We literally have zero debt. And so usually EI is enough to cover the bills. And I usually have been very lucky in finding work very quickly because of my qualifications and experience. So I have no doubt in my mind that I will find something again. It's just a matter of when, and I just have to keep looking. But I know that God will provide and God will lead me to the right family. He always does. He has always brought me the right job for me at the right time that I needed it. And it is amazing. Like, I've been struggling lately with my health again. And here we go. As of after tomorrow, I actually won't be working. And in a way, I kind of feel like God has said, okay, you need a little bit of a break. You need a little bit of rest because your health isn't doing so good right now. And so I'm just going to go with that and trust him and know that when the time is right, the job will be there and it'll all work out. So I no longer worry. I mean, of course, there's always a little bit of worry. There's always a little bit of stress, but it's not like it used to be for me. Usually I would panic as soon as I heard I was losing a job. But now I'm just like, okay, it's okay. It's going to work out. And yeah, so, I mean, like a really good example was Jeremy. When I got to work with Jeremy, that so far has been my favorite job, and it was perfect for me. It was just made for me, and I knew like God brought that job to me at the best time, like that I needed it. And it was such an incredible experience to be able to start with this little 3-week-old baby and watch him grow up to be a toddler. It was the most amazing job I have had. And I looked forward to going to work every single morning. And it was just a wonderful experience. And there were days that I didn't even want to go home when my shift was over because I just wanted to keep spending time with him. And it was just so awesome. And, so, like, who knows what's next? God only knows. And I know that he will show me, what's right at the right time. I just know it. So in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my time off and relax and try and get well and hopefully get these injections figured out and hopefully feel better. So, yeah. All right. So I am going to make my phone calls now and we'll see how that goes. Oh no, wait, I forgot to tell you guys too. Yesterday we went and celebrated my dad's 60th birthday. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. We went to Oshawa, and we got out there a little bit early and we wanted to go to a golf course near him, to get a gift certificate. But of course we didn't realize golf course isn't open yet. So we couldn't get a gift certificate. So we found a store that sold like the Visa gift cards. So we just got him some Visa gift cards that he can use for whatever. But if he wants, he can use them for golf. And it turns out the golf course that he usually goes to was not the one that we were going to get a gift certificate for. So it worked out. See, it worked out. And so anyways, we went and we gave him a gag gift first. It was, he's big into golf. So I found this on like one of those wag jag things, and it is toilet golfing. I'll put a picture here. So we gave him that first, and he found it really funny, and he was like laughing and everything. And I'm like, but seriously, here's your real gift. And I gave him the gift cards. And then we took him out to dinner. He just wanted to go to Swiss Chalet, so we took him to Swiss Chalet, and we had a nice dinner. And yeah, so that was my weekend, and I was fighting to stay awake through the whole dinner there, but and even when we were like at his place visiting for a bit, like the grogginess was bad, but I still had a wonderful time. So anyways, I am gonna go now and make my phone calls. Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a little update. It's Saturday morning, and so yesterday I did not receive a reply to my email that I sent to my rheumatologist. I tried calling the lupus clinic nurse. Still got the same message about her being away until the 20th. So I left a message explaining everything and to please